आहार शुद्धौ सत्वशुद्धि ही सत्वशुद्धि ध्रुवा स्मृति स्मृति लंबे सर्वग्रंथिनां विप्रमोक्षः. Acharya Maharishi Sanat Kumar is a very great tapasvi yogi, and Maharishi Narad ji, he goes to Sanat Kumar ji and he says, Sanat Kumar Acharya ji, I do not know who is Parabrahma, who is Paramatma. Please explain to me how to realize that Paramatma. So it's a big discussion in Chandogya Upanishad. And of course, when Sanat Kumar ji will ask to Narad ji, so far what you have studied. So Narad ji will explain whatever he has studied. I have studied 4 Vedas, Shastras, Darshanas, Upanishads. I have studied this Vidya, that Vidya, Sarpa Vidya, ityadi. He will tell a very long list. I have studied all these things, but still I do not realize, I do not know who is Paramatma. Then Sant Kumar will advise Narad Rishi, Narad Muni in Chandogya Upanishad, and last he will say this statement that Ahara Shuddhau Sattva Shuddhihi. Number 1, 3 steps to moksha. Ahara Shuddhau Sattva Shuddhihi, Sattva Shuddhi Dhruva Smriti, Smriti Lambe Vipramokshaha, Sarva Grantinam Vipramokshaha, Smriti Lambe. 3 steps only. So to follow these 3 steps, it might take 30,000-40,000 janmas for us. See the depth in the word ahara. Ahar means whatever we eat, you know that aharam. Ahara shuddhau sattva shuddhihi. When the ahar becomes pure, sattva means your mind, your antayakaran. Antayakaran chatushtaya we say, right? Man, buddhi, chit, ahankar. Your antayakaran will become pure. When your ahar becomes pure, your antayakaran will become pure. When your antayakaran will become pure, you will get smriti, dhruva smriti. Dhruva means atal smriti. Atal smriti means you will always remember Paramatma. You will start remembering that Paramatattva. You will start remembering everything what is needed to attain that Paramatma. Dhruva smriti. This is the second step. And the smriti lambe, when the smriti, when your memory becomes so strong and you start practicing day in and day out, then सर्व ग्रंथि नाम बंधन से छूट जाओगे. विप्रमोक्षः means बंधन जो है ना, the गांठ, सर्व ग्रंथि, ग्रंथि means the knot will be loosened and you will attain moksha. So here we must understand. I was listening to one acharya some time back. I think he's from I don't know which ashram, but he's Acharya Pradyumna ji, quite a knowledgeable Sanskrit scholar, not a rishi, but he explained this very beautifully. Ahara Shuddhau. What is meant by Ahara Shuddhau? Ahar, we know the food what we eat. When the food what you eat is pure, how your mind will become pure. So here ahar does not only mean the food what we eat. Ahar means the food what is taken by our all the 5 senses. The food what we eat, the things what we listen, the things what we see, and the things what we touch, and the things what we taste. These all ahar. Eat, smell, what we smell also is ahar. So when whatever you take from your sense organs, from your indriya, will become pure. If they are very pure, then your mind will become very pure. Of course, the food has to be pure. We must do everyday Agnihotra, and then we must eat home cooked food. We must eat vegetarian food. We must eat food at proper quantity, small quantity. We should not overeat. All those things will be coming in the ahar, in the food what we, ahar shuddha. That is one of the ahar. The other ahar is the ahar which we take from outside by seeing the world. Today, most of the time we are getting diverted by seeing only. When you see a mobile phone picture, when you see a video or some thumbnail comes, suddenly you get attracted towards that thumbnail. Maybe it is politics, maybe it is speaking about Trump or Modi or somebody else, or it is speaking about Bollywood, Hollywood, Collywood, Tollywood, etc. A beautiful girl with a sleeveless dress is there, you will get attracted, or a beautiful man is there, the female gets attracted by seeing the thumbnail. So we do not know what to see, what not to see, and we do not know how to process when something we see something. How do we process that information? Thereby we can avoid going into that video. That we do not know. That technique we have to learn. For learning the technique, we must understand, when I see something, how do I control myself? When I see something, how do I get not impacted by seeing that? That we must learn, right? So for that we must do Lambe Upasana, we must do everyday Ishwar Bhakti, and we must listen to Vedic knowledge. See, because you cannot control you cannot close your eyes every time. You are going, like, we are going to office, we are going to business, we have to see the mobile. But seeing the mobile, how do I control my Antaratma? How do I control my mind? That is very important. So with the mind only we can control. But for that also, we as Jivatma must take the ownership. So by seeing something, don't get distracted from your main aim. Every day I also fall into this trap. Every day I decide, okay, I will not see this, I will see this. I will not do this, I will do this. Every day I have the same struggle. Slowly the improvement happens, but it will take long time. So when we read this kind of slokas, we can get more, revision in our life. That, Shuddhi, Ahara Shuddhi means, yahan par Ahar is what we see. So my Acharya always says, Badram Karnevihi Shunuyama Deva, Badram Pashyemakshabir Yajatraha. Pashyema means we see. Whatever you see must be Badra. Badra Vishya you must see. Have darshans of Acharya, have darshans of Agni, have darshans, like, you see the Agni there. Have darshans of Agni, have darshans of Agni in the Homakunda. Have darshans of Mata Pita, have darshans of elders who have done great tapasya. So we must try to control our distractions. Thereby the ahar will become Shuddha. What we see will become Shuddha. And Badram Karnebihi means kaan se Badrata suno. Today we listen to music and we get attracted. We listen to certain things. Somebody is speaking rasili baatein. Colleague is speaking, two people are speaking some rasili baatein. We are also, they are our colleagues, our friends. We are passing by and then we just listen. Okay, let me go and listen what they are talking. Go and stand and then listen something. So Ashuddhi hai. Ye Ashuddhi ahar hai. So here Sanat Kumar says that try to focus on all the 5 indriya and try to purify what you receive inside. Food has to be purified. Not only food. Food is only 20%. Balance 80% is with other 4 indriya. Similarly, Sungna. Today, we get attracted with smell. Especially in the younger age, before we cross, let's say, 45, 50 years. Before, from 15 years or let's say 12 years to 45 years, we get attracted to various smell. Even after, because of this abhyas, even after 45, even after 50, even after 55, that Vishya Vikara smell attracts us. Somebody is a smoker, they get attracted towards the cigarette, smell, right? So this also ahar. And similarly, tasty खाना खाने का मन है. Even you are a vegetarian, even if you do Agnihotra and then eat. A person doing Agnihotra does not mean he will eat properly. He does not know what to eat, what not to eat, and how to control the food habits. So taste का यहाँ पर slave हो गया हम लोग. So this is also, we must consider this also in ahara shuddhi. So listening good things. So listen to Veda mantras, listen to pravachans, listen to acharyas vachans, listen to other acharyas who might not be rishi munis, but they are tapasvis, they are teaching you Vedas, they are teaching you darshanas. Listen to them. Listen to those speech. When somebody is speaking, if they are speaking something fruitful for Jivatma, listen to them. Otherwise don't listen. Just go from there. So we must do practice of this. For this practice it may take several thousand janmas also, but it's okay. So when the ahar becomes a shuddha, if you observe any yogi in any yogi's life, they would have followed the same process. their ahar would have become 100% pure. When it happens, when at 100% purity comes everywhere, then sattva shuddha, then our man, our buddhi shuddh ho jati hai. Mind and intellect will become pure. Sattva shuddha. Sattva shuddhi. Sattva shuddhi, the moment the mind becomes pure, the moment the mind becomes extremely pure, again it will help in controlling the indriya. Both are interconnected, right? And then what happens in our mind, always we will think about our final objective only, final goal only, and final goal is Paramatma. So when we have pure mind, we will always think how to do paraupakar to others, how to help others, how do I increase my tapasya, how do I remember to do what should be done and what should not be done. All those things, smriti, dhruva smriti ho jayegi. Smriti is a very, very important upaya in samadhi. If you read Yoga Sutra, Maharishi Patanjali says, first one is Shraddha, Virya, then Shraddha, Virya, Smriti, then Samadhi. Smriti is extremely important. Smriti means Smriti Vritti must be Aklishta Smriti Vritti. Remembering all the good things and increasing our tapasya, progressing steadily day by day. Like the most biggest problem for all of us is morning is extremely good. Throughout the day we forget everything, and evening we will come and realize, oh, I have not remembered Paramatma throughout the day. Why? Because the Smriti is weak. Why the Smriti is weak? Because the mind is weak. Why the mind is weak? Because we are doing Ashuddha Ahar. So when the Smriti becomes extremely strong, Smriti lambe, and lambe kaal tak hum smaran karenge Paramatma ki. When we do Smriti of Paramatma, when we do Smaran of Paramatma, when we do Paropakar, when we constantly remember to do Tapasya, constantly remember to recognize Paramatma's presence everywhere. That is also difficult. Every day I say, like, Paramatma Sarvavyapak hai, but I forget many times that Paramatma Sarvavyapak, and then I do some adharma also. So then, what is the use? When you do adharma, then you will never come into path of Paramatma, right? So Smriti is very, very important, and for Smriti, pure mind is important. For pure mind, Tapasya is important, but Ahar is also very important. Tapasya should help to control the Ahar, and Ahar will help to increase the Tapasya. All are interconnected. And then when Smriti becomes firm, and at one point of time, like my Acharya used to say, I could never understand, like, how he was able to do it. But see the concept, Rishi Munis, every Rishi Muni has come across the same stage. Acharya used to say, I go to office. In the office also, I just do the work fast. I finish the work and come back and then sit for tapasya. He is always remembering Paramatma. That's the highest stage. That stage is attained after several janmas of tapasya. But still, that is the Smriti. Smriti ekdam se drid ho gaya. Paramatma ke upar Smriti. Then you will not have Smriti of your husband, your wife, your son, your daughter, your job, your business, your profit, your loss. You will not have any other Smriti when you sit for tapasya, right? Today, that's a major problem. When you sit for tapasya, we remember everything else other than Paramatma. Why? Because our man pure nahi hai. So it's a lengthy process, but we must start somewhere. Today morning also the question came, how can I remember Paramatma every time? I'm unable to, I'm afraid of my life. Please suggest me. This is the process. Then Smriti lambe sarva grantinam vipramoksha. Vipramoksha means khul jana hai. Bandhan se chut jana hai. When we are completely indulged in Paramatma, then Paramatma will open up all the bandhan. बंधन से, अविद्या से, अज्ञान से, अहंकार से छूट जाना ही मोक्ष है ना. तो अविद्या से छूट जाएंगे परमात्मा की कृपा से. दिस इज ऑल टेक्निक ऑफ ऋषि मुनीस. इट्स नॉट माई टेक्निक. आई एम नॉट डूइंग दिस. आई एम ट्राइंग टू डू दिस. आई एम नॉट डूइंग दिस एट ऑल. आई एम जस्ट ट्राइंग. So maybe I thought of sharing it with you. Maybe some of you can do it. Some of you can do it and attain moksha. So by sharing the knowledge, I will also get benefited. You might also get benefited, right? That's why I am sharing it. And that's why he says, see, Bhagavan Sanat Kumar. Sanat Kumar is called as Bhagavan here. He is Sakshat. Bhagavan means Yogeshwar. Sakshat Yogi, Parama Yogi. And he says, Skanda. What is the name of Sanat Kumar Rishi? He is called as Skanda. Skandha means one who destroys Agyan. Whoever goes to Sanat Kumar Rishi, his Agyan will be destroyed by this kind of Upadesh. Similarly, whenever you go to Acharya, every Acharya else is Skandha. You go to Maharishi Dhanand Saraswati, he will destroy. He will give Upadesh to destroy your Agyan. You go to my Acharya, he will give Upadesh to destroy your Agyan. But we don't follow it. That's our problem. So, Vipramoksha, then हम मोक्ष के तरह बंधन से छूटकर मृदीत कषायाय तमसस् पारम दर्शयति. मृदी कषायाय मीन्स मानसिक मल से शून्य होकर तमसः पारम अंधकार से छूटकर हम दर्शयति आत्म दर्शयति. We will realize Paramatma, will realize Jivatma also. 3 steps only. Ahar Shuddhi, Sattva Shuddhi. Sattva Shuddhi, Dhruva Smriti, Smriti Lambe, Vipramoksha. Sarva Grantinam Vipramoksha. All our knots in our life, काम, क्रोध, मद, लोभ, अहंकार, निंदा, द्वेष, ईर्ष्या, सब कुछ निकल जाएगा. Selfishness निकल जाएगा. We will not become selfish. Today, many people are selfish because, like I get one information, I don't want to share with you. Why? Because I am afraid that you will go one step more than me, right? This is a selfish nature. परमात्मा तो सब कुछ देखता है. अगर मैं selfish रहूँगा, if I am selfish person, will Paramatma allow me to progress? No, he will not. So that is also a gant, that is also a obstacle in tapasya, obstacle in progress. So that is what here Sanat Kumar Rishi says. Extremely important for our life. Very, very important. Thank you so much. Namaste. Om.